Welcome back. You're with Power Lunch. You're an NDTV Profit and the Nifty 50 at 77.48. Up 13 points, 25,384 as far as the Sensex is concerned, up 45 points. It feels like one of those slightly listless trading sessions, perhaps because, with all the market participants concentrated in the city of Mumbai and Mumbai gearing up for a big cricket match, perhaps interest is running low as far as the markets go today. European markets, the CAC 40 down 1.4% and the FTSE 100 down 0.8%. That's a snapshot of what's happening in the markets. Now we're going to focus on Bajaj Electricals, and in a moment we should have Shekhar Bajaj, Chairman and Managing Director of Bajaj Electricals, with us. Mr. Bajaj, thank you very much for joining us on NDTV Profit. Let's get right to it. Business has been looking pretty good for Bajaj Electricals. What are the key themes that stand out in the turnaround?
Actually, the turnaround started about almost 15 months back because after the old legacy products as far as EPC is concerned, and therefore major improvement is shown in EPC because last year we had a lot of old legacy projects which had to be completed, and there were a lot of provisions which were required to be made, which is not being required for the current year. Therefore, there is a substantial improvement which is taking place, which is more of a non-requirement of provisions which are now obviously is not required. But as far as lighting is concerned, that's also done extremely well with over 20% growth, and LED has played a major role in that. As far as consumer durable is concerned, the third segment, the growth is flat, but we are concentrating on from primary sale to secondary sale, and therefore we are taking a little hit in the primary sale, but our secondary sales seems to be okay. So therefore, to that extent, we are not too much worried on a short-term primary sale impact.
Right.
And therefore, for the year, I think compared to last year, the profitability is much better because last year, as I said, EPC was a major segment which took the hit. This year, all the three segments are positive.
Okay. I just wanted to get a sense of FY17, and we understand there are multiple SKU launches which are planned. Can you give us a flavor?
So next year, we are looking at ourselves against the 4,600 crores current year. We are looking at a level of about 5,500 for the next year. Of that 5,500, about 2,200 crores should be out of consumer durable, and 1,300 from lighting, and another 2,000 coming out of EPC. So EPC 2,000, 2,200 from consumer durable, and 1,300 from lighting. That's why 5,500 is what we are projecting for 17.
Okay, and if you had to break it down in terms of growth rates for FY17, which segment is going to grow the fastest and strongest?
Between 10 and 15%, or 10 and 20, I would say. Between 10 and 20, minimum double digit will be then all the three segments. But EPC, we want to restrict it to not more than 35-37% of our total turnover. EPC, we want to do a good erection and completion of projects and not go for the top line growth. We want bottom line improvement, and therefore in the current year EPCs also made improvement. It's a loss last year, it has made profits.
Right.
And all the three divisions should be making a reasonably improved profit in the coming year.
Fair enough. Just two indicators, sir, if you could give me on the R&D spend, because there's been a ramp up there, and what the trend on the advertising and marketing side is as well.
Okay. As far as R&D is concerned, really except for taking up the land and building construction, we have not really, the R&D center is not on and going at this moment. It should start in the next few months, the R&D center. So till now the capital expenditure is more on capital expenditure in terms of equipment, but real R&D work is going to start in the coming year only.
Okay.
And therefore the benefits will come only the next year. We've taken the land, the building is ready, and we are going to start our R&D activities next year.
What about the advertising and marketing expense picture?
In advertising, we realized that with our secondary sale focus, the number of outlets which is increasing and more people are keeping our products, it is necessary to create a consumer pull. And therefore, for the next year, our concentration will be below the line advertising more and less on the area of ATL, which is television and others will reduce, but spend more time in the marketplace because and also spend money on the brand building so that demand is created.
The high growth range, the premium range, which has been showing good growth. The Morphy Richards deal is up for renewal, I understand, in FY17.
Yeah.
Can you?
And basically, we've had a discussion and meeting with them, and principally, we have agreed to extend it further after 17 also. But the financial terms are being finalized in the next few months. We should be able to. But principally, there are no issues. It's only a negotiation of what will be the financial terms. But otherwise, it is already closed. I mean, from their point of view, they said we are not looking for any other partner, and we are also very happy with Morphy Richards. So there's no reason for anybody. I mean, as far as the extension is concerned, there's no reason for the extension not to take place.
Okay. Sir, so you say in principle, there's no reason for the extension not to take place, but where could there be room for some change in terms of the terms? Yeah,
financial terms will change because in 5 years' time, whether earlier it was, it's a percentage royalty, but there's a minimum guarantee. They say after they're giving the India market, so you must give me a certain amount of minimum royalty. So that if the minimum royalty was, say, £100,000, it may be £200,000 after 5 years, no? The numbers cannot be the same.
Right. So you're saying that the minimum guarantee number could change.
But last time also, after the minimum guarantee which we had given, our growth was much better. So we never had to bother about the minimum guarantee because we are giving royalty on a variable basis, on the basis of revenue, and the royalty on the basis of revenue was coming out to be higher. So it is minimum guarantee with whatever is as per your sales. So therefore, our actual royalty which we have paid is more than the minimum guarantee which has been given.
Okay. I just wanted to get a little more clarity on Morphy Richards, sir, and, that product range, how it's growing. If you can just zero in on that category and the growth it's delivering for you.
This year, next year we are looking at 300 crores plus turnover comes through Morphy Richards. Morphy Richards are basically, there are three types of. One is which we are sourcing from them or their vendor. Second is what we are producing in India with their, you can say, support or something where it is approved. Everything has to be approved by them because MR brand, but it is with their support. And third is products which are not in their range, but they think it's okay, it fits into our extension range, which is in Morphy Richards brand, which is approved by them. So there are three different type of product groups. So almost 50% of the production of Morphy Richards products are made in India by us.
Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you very much for joining us today on NDTV Profit. Good talking to you, taking stock of how business is growing at Bajaj Electricals. That was Shekhar Bajaj, Chairman and Managing Director at Bajaj Electricals, on the phone line from Mumbai. After the break, Prashant Pandey, Managing Director and CEO at ENIL. He'll be with us in a couple of minutes.